with the number 17 pick in the 21-22 EBL Draft, the Milwaukee Bucks have selected Elia Basso, small forward out of Italy. 20 years old, 6'7", 210. He's got a nice little base on him. Honestly, 3 picks in a row here where all these guys pretty much look very similar to each other. Now, obviously, Elia has a major disadvantage. Not major, a disadvantage with the B- at inside that the other guys didn't have. With Basso, you're really gonna hope that outside keeps going up. Maybe that inside goes up to at least a B, but he's got the A potential. So off the rip, he's got a decent base and he's got a good room to grow here. I had him as a little lower than Teed, just purely because of the inside standpoint, even though Basso has the better potential. I just think that there's more room for Teed to grow than Basso scoring wise, but the A- defense is big. You're going to become a good defensive stalwart out the gate. Hopefully that can extend to more positions. You'd like to see Basso maybe with the way that he's ranked as more of a shooting guard type, and that would be again if that outside goes up. That's a big if. I don't hate this pick. I think if you needed a small forward at this point in the draft, Basso is definitely one of the best ones available. I think with Teed going and with Shin going earlier, there wasn't much left in the way of small forwards here. Now, some people might disagree with me. I know there's at least one guy I had ranked still pretty high left who hadn't been taken up to this point, so maybe you went with that. But best player available is kind of subjective up until this point. Once you start getting into the late teens and everything like that, I think you more draft off need or potential base, and so grabbing a 20-year-old with a potential does make sense to me at this point in time. I don't hate this pick. I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. I think Basso, if he can get that outside up, or if that inside goes up to a B, and the outside goes up low too, he's going to be a good draft pick. I think he's got a decent base on him. He's got to hope he grows, and I think with the A potential there, he has a chance to. It'll really just depend on that first TC to be able to tell where he's going to be at as a prospect. Does that scoring go up? Does the outside, go up at all? Does the defense drop any? What does he look like as shooting guard? Does his rebounding go? There's a few different factors that'll depend on how good he's going to be. But I think for a number 17 pick, if you're looking for best player available, he wasn't a bad pick. And good job by Kiki on this draft.